Welcome everyone, I'm Michelle Buckley and I'm so honoured to be co-hosting this high ticket sales masterclass with these two absolute powerhouses, Denise Turner and Jody Rowan. Unfortunately, Kalinda couldn't be here with us today because hey, life happens. And we're so grateful that you're here though, because this conversation, it might just change everything for you. If you've ever thought, I'm working so hard but not seeing the results I want, or I wish I had a business model that gave me freedom, not burnout, then you're exactly in the right place. And I get it, because for years I was on what felt like a never-ending treadmill. I was working hard, going through the motions, but feeling completely disconnected from myself. And maybe you felt the same, standing at a crossroads wondering which path leads to the life that you really want. What I discovered is that real change doesn't start with a business model. It starts within us, getting clear on our values, on our vision, and on the lifestyle we want to create. The model simply becomes the vehicle to get us there. So drop a yes in the comments if you're ready to align your life with the income and lifestyle you actually want. So let's get into it. Let's talk leverage, because when I finally understood this, everything changed. And here's the truth. You don't need 50 customers a week, and you don't need to work 12 hours a day. What you do need is a product you believe in, a proven system, a strategy that pays you properly for your time, and a community that's got your back. The first month I applied this, I made more from 3 sales than I had in months of a low-ticket hustle. Before this, I'd done it all. A cleaning business, disability care, even opened a shop front. And during the pandemic, I lost it all and I was left in debt. So if you could replace your monthly income with just a handful of sales, how would your life change? Tell me in the chat while I play this short video for you.
And then one day, just like that, we shut our eyes for the last time. And that would be it. Game over. And there's a pretty good chance that there's nothing after that. No do-overs, no second chances. Just nothing. You cease to be. Now imagine you knew that was coming and you had a couple minutes before you closed your eyes. Do you think you'd look back happy, knowing that you spent years doing a job you hate, or that you stayed in an environment that wasn't right for you, or that you didn't travel to that country you always wanted to visit, because saving a few $100s was the sensible thing to do? Do you think you'd be proud that you held a grudge for so long, and now you can't make it right? Or proud that you were always too busy to answer the phone to your parents? Or that you never told the person how you truly feel? And do you think you'd look back happy knowing that you never truly chased your dreams because you were too scared? We have one shot in this life, and yet we're still scared to truly live. But the odds of you being born are 1 in 400 trillion. But the odds of death? Certain. Yet we treat life like the certainty. Tomorrow always comes, right? Wrong. So quit that job you hate. Book that flight. Post that content. Or give life to that art.
Wow. If that gave you goosebumps too, drop a fire emoji in the comments, because for some of you, this could be your reality sooner than you think. The leverage quadrant. Robert Kiyosaki explains this perfectly, and in this chart changed how I saw money forever. I've been stuck on the left side my entire life. Employee, trading hours for dollars, self-employed, still trading hours for dollars. And if I wanted freedom, I had to move to the right side, a business owner or investor, where income isn't tied to the hours you work. And that's exactly what this high-ticket model allowed me to do. So type right side if you're ready to move over. Now seriously, where are you sitting right now? And is that where you want to be in 6 months' time? Let's zoom out and talk about you. If money and time were not a factor, what would your life actually look like? Would you travel more? Would you spend more time with your family? Would you start that passion project? For me, it was being able to say yes when my grandbaby needed me, living off grid, working from my laptop, and supporting my husband without worrying about the next bill. So pop your dream life in the comments, not just the money goal, but the feeling you want to wake up to every single day. Here's the reality. Dreams cost money. A 10K month lifestyle looks very different to a 50K month lifestyle. And the crazy part, you might already be working hard enough for either. You're just in the wrong model. I used to think the only way to build online was to stack low ticket sales and hope for a few $100s a month. I had blinkers on until I saw this. So if I could show you a way to earn 3K, 5K, or even 10K from one sale, would you want to see it? One of the most impactful books I've read is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He talks about 3 things that are the foundation of all achievement. Desire, knowing exactly what you want. Faith, believing in it before you see it. And persistence, showing up until it's yours. When I finally combined those 3 things with the right vehicle, this model, everything began to change. So if you're ready to get clear on your desire, back it with faith, and commit to persistence, drop I'm in the comments. This is the part that stings. Most people don't make a change, not because they can't, but because they don't believe it's possible. So they stay in the loop. Another year passes, nothing changes. I've seen it. People watch something like this, agree with every word, and still do nothing. But the ones who do say yes, they're the ones we celebrate inside our community months from now. So what if you didn't wait? What if 6 months from now you were saying, I'm so glad I said yes that day? Comment yes if you're ready to be that person. This is the company that made it possible and the one we proudly affiliate with. Enagic is a 51-year-old debt-free global brand. Medical-grade water technology used in homes, hospitals and businesses all over the world. Products that last over 30 years and replace hundreds of toxic items in your home. It's led and owned by Mr. Oshira, the founder, who has a 500-year vision for the company. That means Enagic is built for long-term legacy and is still in its growth stage, not going anywhere like so many other companies in today's unstable economic climate. Enagic operates in over 20 countries, has earned numerous international quality and sustainability awards, and is recognised by the Direct Selling Association, a strong sign of both credibility and compliance in our industry. When I first saw the water and the business model, I realised 1 sale could cover my week and 5 could change my year. It was a no-brainer for me. So would you be open to a model that lets you work less but earn more? So here's what I want you to take from this. It's not too late. It's not too crowded. And you don't need to have it all figured out. But you do need to decide. Are you going to keep doing what's familiar? Or are you ready to explore a smarter model that gives you more time, more income, and more freedom? The door is open. You just have to walk through. And with that, I'm so excited to introduce you to the beautiful Jody Rowan, a woman with heart, results, and incredible knowledge of the products behind this model. So Jody, Over to you, hon.
Oh, thanks, Michelle. I really appreciate that lovely intro. You did such a fantastic job. We're all a little bit flustered from our little tech glitch, but hey, we roll on. So I'm here today to talk to you about the actual products and what these products can actually do for your home and your family. Our main flagship product is the K8. It hooks up to your main faucet in your kitchen and it transforms your regular tap water into beautiful hydrogen-rich drinking water. And that happens through the process of electrolysis, which creates acidic water and alkalized water. And it's really important to understand that this water is not alkaline water, it's actually electrolyzed alkalized water, which is very, very different from what you see in the stores in those fancy bottles. Yeah, it's not great. It has 7 different levels of custom pH. And it's got 68 uses that replace so many of the toxic products in your household, and it saves you thousands of dollars. And I can absolutely attest to this because it's saved me numerous vet bills, and it's just made a massive, massive difference in our lives. So it's an incredible product. And for every glass of tap water that you drink, you're actually getting a heavy dose of industrial contaminants, full of chemicals and drugs and hormones, painkillers, fluoride. I mean, let's face it, you don't need fluoride for your teeth. That's being the biggest, myth out there. But you've got all of these other carcinogenic products in the water, and we just don't realize. And if you see the inside of a pipe, and the background of this photo is actually the inside of one of the pipes that carries that water to your household, it's really, really toxic. Having said that, I thought I had the best water under the sun with our tank water. Yeah, it turns out no. It wasn't. It's not good for us. So the difference that the machine has made for us on our farm is just extraordinary. Next slide, please, Denise. And your forever chemicals. I didn't even know about these, but these forever chemicals, the PFAs, they're a class of thousands of man-made chemicals that have been around since the 1940s, and they just don't break down, which has led to widespread contamination. And if you live on the Bellarine Peninsula, the potato farmers used to use a chemical on the ground, and that ground has actually never, ever recovered. And it's like 40 years on, and it's still in the ground. And I can't for the life of me think what that contaminant is. Someone can pop it in the chat. So contaminants in the water that can lead to cancer, brain and nervous system damage, neurological disorders, gastrointestinal illnesses, reproductive and fertility problems, dehydration. The first sign of dehydration is actually yawning, because the body wants to put you in a prone position. So you yawn, so you're tired, and that's an actual sign of dehydration. So yeah, it's a big thing. We don't realize just how dehydrated we are. So unlocking true hydration and health. The human body, it's 70% water by volume, and 99% of that water is by molecular number. Spill my words. Making hydration critical to your overall health. Your poor quality water and the dehydration that you experience in your body impairs that ability to eliminate toxins. It creates an acidic environment, and it promotes inflammation and chronic health issues. And that inflammation and acidosis are often linked to fatigue, digestive issues, joint pain, long-term illnesses. And all of this has been discovered in this, like, heaps of medical professionals have put stuff out there. But this Dr. I can't even pronounce that, Gahelji, in his amazing book, You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty. It's really quite surprising just how much that hydration makes a difference to us. Our next product, the Anespa. So your body, your skin is your largest organ, and you stand in your shower and you're covering it with chlorine and fluoride and all of those horrible chemicals that are present in your water. So the Anespa, it's a mineral ion spa shower system that removes all of those harmful toxins and chemicals. And it basically restructures the water with minerals that are perfectly balanced to keep your skin clean, healthy, and hydrated. Now, I know myself, having been showering in acidic water all of our lives with the tank water, the difference in my hair and my skin, and let's face it, look, it's so beautiful today, but the difference in my hair and skin has been nothing short of extraordinary. It actually creates a natural hot spring effect, and it's so good for you. And if you don't have a filter, you are the actual filter. You're bathing in a cocktail of chemicals. Every bath can be a hidden health risk. You've got chlorine, you've got heavy metals in the tap water, and it seeps into your skin and it strips away those natural oils, irritating the sensitive skin and even affecting your hair health, which I just spoke about. But the other thing is, you've got people that have all of those skin inflammation issues, and half the time it is because of those heavy metals and the chlorine and the fluoride that's actually in the water. So your chlorine and chemically created water, or chemically treated water, it doesn't rinse off. It gets actually absorbed into your system, because I think it's something like 2 kilos or 2 liters of water or something that your skin actually absorbs every time you have a shower. So you're allowing those toxins to enter your body and disrupt your respiratory and immune system, and it poses hidden dangers to your family's health. The chemicals that are lurking in the tap water can cause more skin irritations, and the prolonged exposure weakens that immunity and increases the inflammation and heightens the risk of long-term respiratory issues. So I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want to be bathing in that stuff. Our newest product that has not long been released, the M-Guard. Now, we all know that we can see the water, we can taste the water, we can feel the water. But what we actually can't see or taste or really feel that much, unless you're super, super sensitive, but then you just write it off for other things, is the electromagnetic field that all of these technological products that we have surrounding us. Like, I'm sitting here with a computer, a laptop, I've got a phone, I've got a heater going in the background. All of this electromagnetic fields that's emitting in our environment, it creates issues like headaches and fatigue and loss of concentration, hence my bit of brain fog. So the EMF is that invisible line of force that occurs when the electrical currents flow through things like our phones, TVs, microwaves, and even your air conditioners, which I just mentioned, and they give off that EMF radiation. So this product is nothing short of extraordinary. Your daily exposure to those electromagnetic fields from the devices, your smartphones, routers, tablets, appliances, they disrupt your sleep patterns and they can cause fatigue. And you mentioned before about the brain fog. And that prolonged exposure, it's been linked to increased stress levels, heart issues, anxiety, weakened immunity, and potential long-term health concerns. Children, they've got tiny little bodies, and they're absorbing all of these things. Pregnant women, individuals with chronic health issues, and they're very, very vulnerable to the harmful effects of EMFs. And the hardest thing with those EMFs is you can't see them. So they're not really front and center. And this machine has just made such a massive difference. Next slide, please, Denise. So this is what it looks like when you're sitting in your home. All of these different EMFs just being emitted everywhere. I'm grateful that we live out in the country, so we're not actually surrounded by a lot of the city problems that you have with all of your power sources, like your EV cars, your all of those sorts of things that you get in the city. Mind you, we've got all of these things. So your smartphones, your induction cooker, we just got one of those the other day so that we can exist out in the shed. Your air cons, your lights. You just don't realize exactly how dangerous this stuff is. Again, the harmful effects on children. We've got lots and lots of studies that reveal that the scary impact of mobile phone radiation is actually having a major impact on our children. They've got thinner skulls, smaller heads, smaller brains compared to us adults, and they absorb so much more radiation because they're exposed to the same amount of radiation as an adult. So it's really, really scary, and I'm particularly mindful of that because being a new grandparent, my grandson, he's 16 months old now, and it's all around us. It really is a very scary situation. Next slide, please, Denise. So how the actual MGuard works is it's an actual harmonic frequency neutralizer. It actually suppresses those high-frequency electromagnetic noise radiation within a 4-meter radius. So it's actually portable. You can take it with you anywhere. You just need to plug it into like a cigarette lighter, or actually, I think it's got a like a little plug thing that you can just stick it into the. Yep, and there's that word gone. But the harmonic frequency, also known as cancellation frequency, have opposing amplitudes to their corresponding radiation frequencies in the air. So they suppress each other out or cancel each other out altogether. So that in itself is absolutely fantastic. The MGuard's technology is breaking that pathway of specific frequencies between the range of 3 megahertz to 1,000 megahertz, hence reducing the high frequency electromagnetic noise within its coverage range. And I'm pretty sure it covers about 6 meters or 8 meters. So it's a fairly large area that it covers. So people sleep with them in their room, and they've been reporting that they've had amazing night's sleeps. People have been taking them to work with themselves so that they can really, protect themselves from all of the environment in your workplace. A friend of ours is going to take it on the plane and see how he goes in the plane. I don't know about that. So our second last product is the Kangen Air. It's a state-of-the-art air purification system, and it's designed to remove airborne contaminants for cleaner, healthier air while eliminating odors and pollutants to create a fresh and revitalized atmosphere. Again, this product is absolutely incredible. One of my teammates has this product, and he has reported back to me that for several nights he's had this on, and he has slept through the night and had the best night's sleep. So he did a little bit of an experiment, and he turned it off, and he had a really bad night's sleep. They've also got pets that live in the house, and they've used this product to help remove the pet odors, the cat litter odor. They were absolutely gobsmacked at how much of a difference it made. So it's an absolutely fabulous product. The Ukon. This is probably my favorite product. So Enagic actually grow their turmeric over in Japan, and they water it with the K8 water. And it's an incredible product for anti-inflammatory health benefits. It's been recognized for centuries as a natural healer. And it's 100% plant-based, and it's grown in Japan. And it's enriched with the Kangen water, like I just mentioned, but it's also encapsulated in a Kangen water capsule. I take it for inflammation, menopause, good health, and it is an incredible product. The amount of people that have mentioned to me just how much the inflammation that they've had in their joints has disappeared since taking this product, there's just too many to mention. It is a fantastic product. And as far as my menopausal issues, they have reduced massively. The soap, amazing product. It leaves my skin feeling so soft and beautiful. Because I'm actually, 101, but, I don't think I look it. So it's an amazing product. The tea, the tea is again a fabulous product. People using it for drinking, of course, but they're also using it as eye masks. It's an incredible product as well. So the silent trigger for inflammation and poor immunity. Without those high-quality supplements, the body suffers from inflammation, poor immunity, and nutritional deficiencies. Inconsistent and or inadequate intake of antioxidants can actually accelerate the aging and increases the susceptibility to chronic diseases. And your standard supplements often lack bioavailability, making them less effective in improving health. And we all know that because they're mass-produced, and it makes a big difference when they're grown in such a way as what our products are. And this is where I hand over to the lovely Denise. She is going to take you through our commission structure and how we actually earn our money. And Denise is an absolute gun at this. She has been are incredible at building a team of women that have made massive waves in the industry, and she is our actual leader in creating this tsunami. So please put your hands together and welcome Denise.
Hey everyone, thank you so much. Thanks, Joe. It's so good to be here and working alongside you and Michelle. It's what an opportunity we have here, and how amazing are these products. I mean, drop a 1 in the comments if you feel that you can use these products in your home. Like, I am the biggest advocate for water. And if I can honestly, I'm going to be totally honest with you, when I got started in the business, I didn't understand. So I've been here now for 7.5 years, and I didn't understand anything about the business. And I didn't even get what the product was, but I was so excited because I'm going to take you through this compensation plan. And I was working in aged care, and look, honestly, I just wanted to get out of my job, and I didn't know how that was going to happen for me until I saw this business model. So before I dive into obviously the compensation plan, I just want to do an income disclosure here. So no earning projections, promises or representations, so basically what that means, please feel free to, freeze on this slide and have a look at it later on. But basically what it means is, if you don't do the work, you don't get the pay. And that's just it. We can't actually guarantee that this is going to work for you, especially if you're not working for the company or working for the business yourself, So, if you're not doing the work, you don't get the pay, and it's just like your job, you don't turn up for work for a few weeks, you get the sack, you don't get paid. So it's just a simple thing. All right. So how will this help you earn uncapped income? These products are honestly life-changing products. The company's been around for 51 years. So I always say to people, a company doesn't last that long if its products don't work. And also if a compensation plan is not setting people free and, giving people what they truly want in their life. And for me, I'll just give you a little bit of my background. As I said, I worked in aged care, and I did 10 years in disability. But prior to that as well, I'd also been involved in a low ticket network marketing company. I was with that company for 26 years when I actually came across this. And as I said, once I saw this, I couldn't unsee this. It had to be the most incredible compensation plan that I'd ever looked at myself. But while I was working in aged care, I was working with a nurse who was 72. I'd just turned 50, she was 72, and I had a conversation with her. And the conversation started with, "Why are you still here?" And she said to me, "I have to be here to make ends meet with the pension." And that was like the biggest line in the sand moment for me, because I thought, I looked around me and there was already women that were working there for 20, 25 years. And I thought, I can't keep doing this until I'm in my 70s. It was just it was like a non-negotiable. It was a no, I'm not doing this. And this is why I went searching, looking for something else, and, stumbled across this, met a woman from a previous business. She was here. And she just said she made $1,154 in a day with her online business, and the rest is history. I built the business around my full-time job. So that's what I love about what we have here, is we're not going to tell you to quit your job and go and do this full-time until your income will match. And you'll see, I'll tell you a little bit about my story as I go through the slides, but literally I was making more money with my online business than I was with my job. And I was able to quit my job within 8 months, and the rest is history. And now I get to do what I want, when I want, with whoever I want. And that's what's really important to me. So the commission structure. So this is the way our commission structure works. So if you're looking at this going, "Oh, is it a pyramid scheme?" Well, no, it's not a pyramid scheme, because it has a product attached. It's not MLM, because it's not multiple levels of income. And that's what that stands for. Yes, we're in the direct sales industry. So our compensation plan is binary, which means it goes across. So we build wide, it goes across, and then it trickles a little bit, but then, most of it is a crossways. So at the 1A, so say you came in, and basically it looks like a pizza. So you've got your pizza, and you come into the business, you get started with one product. So you're going to make what we call a 1A sale, and that is one slice of the pie. You can see the little cursor down here, one slice of the pie, and somebody purchases a K8 underneath you. That's actually going to pay you $400. So, which isn't bad money. Like $400 is pretty good compared to anything else that's out there. So then what we teach you to do is get another 3. So you get 3 sales altogether. And within the 3 to 10 units, you're at the 2A level. So all of a sudden now you're getting 2 pieces of the pie and it doubles. So now you're getting $800 when somebody purchases a K8. Now this is just based around one product. So getting started with one K8. At 3A, it's $1,200. 4A, it's $1,600. As you can see, you know, it goes all the way down here to A to A. And once you get to A to A, that means you get the full 8 slices of the pizza, and you have totally cut your sponsor out. Like I am actually Jody and Michelle's sponsor, and I make no income on those ladies anymore. They are gone. They've left the nest. They are getting the full 8 points of commission. So now when Jody or Michelle actually sell a K8 to somebody, they're going to make $3,200 on that sale. Now, if I could just share with you, when I was working in aged care, my monthly income was just over $3,000 a month. So let that sink in. $3,000 a month. And here I can introduce this business opportunity to one person at the 8A level, and I'm going to make $3,200. That is my monthly income in one sale. That's just one product. And that's what excites me, what we have here. So then our fast track strategy. So what we suggest you people get started with is the quad. You need to experience everything. You need to experience all of our products. Now, you can take things out, you know, you may want to take out the Ukon and bring in the Kangen Air, or you may want to remove the M-Guard and bring in the Kangen Air. Honestly, it's purely up to you. This is just to give you a rough idea of how we do things. But honestly, it's purely up to you. I've got all the products. I love the products. I drink the water. I've got my water all the time. I won't drink anything else. And, you know, it's been life-changing for me also. I bathe in the water. I wash in the soap. I drink the tea. I take the supplements and I drink the water. And I've got my M-Guard. So, you know, I'm fully covered, guys. I'm fully covered. I'm fully protected here. I love that. So we suggest you get started with the quad, and that gives you obviously an opportunity to experience everything that we have here. So when people are getting started with the quad, which is an investment into 4 of the products. Now, the way we do this is it's a very unique system. It's called the Ukon strategy. Now, this is going to mean nothing to you right now, but once we get on the phone with you and we can share and we can show you how it actually works, so once you get started with the Ukon and you purchase your first 4 products, you're going to get around $922 back commission on your own purchase. Now that is really amazing, because I've never seen another company that does that you actually make commission on your own purchase. And that was one of the reasons I was like, really? Is that real? Like, oh my God, that's amazing. So, you know, we would show you your first sale would be at the 3A points. You'll be 2A, but you get 3 points of commission, which all of a sudden you've jumped and you're going to make $3,153, excuse me, when somebody purchases the quad underneath you. And this is our quad strategy, okay? Then at 4A, it's 4,204. We'll skip down to 6A, which is 6,306. And then at the 8A position, where you're getting the full 8 pieces of the pie, which is myself, Jody, and Michelle, we get the full 8 pieces of the pie. We're going to be getting $7,500. $7,500 from somebody joining you in the business. You're going to teach them and show them how to grow their business, and this is what you can create. So let me show you the difference, why we suggest a quad compared to the K8. So your first sale, when you get started with a K8, your first sale is going to pay you $400. The first sale with a quad is going to pay you $3,153. Then the second sale is $400, and then with a quad, it's $3,153. And then at the sale, so this is how the sales are actually made. Fourth sale is $800. Your fifth sale is $800. Your sixth sale, $800, and it goes all the way down, which basically for the K8, the total is $5,600. With the quad strategy, when you work it all the way down, you're looking at $39,938. And that's just 8 sales in your business. That's the 8 sales going through. So, 40 grand, I was earning just over that in my full-time job. I was earning, I was bringing home like 42,000 or something like that. And what's beautiful about this is I've actually done that in a month. A couple of times, like actually a couple of times, and there's another one coming. I can just feel it. So do you think that that's going to change people's lives? It's changed my life fully. I haven't worked a job for years, and now I just get to share this with everybody else. So the first 10,000 online. So basically, as I said, you get started with a quad, you get $922 back. Your first 2 sales at 3A is 6,306. Then another sale on top of that is at the 4A level, which you'll get paid 4,204 with a total of $11,432. Then we go to like 20,000 online. So it's 2 sales at 3A, it's 1 sale at 4A, and then it's 2 sales at 5A, and the total. So that's just 5 sales. So 2 plus 1 plus 2 is 5 sales. What does that 5 sales mean? That's 5 people. It's only 5 people. It's not hundreds of people, like Michelle said, in a low ticket network marketing company and mine, to have a $10,000 month. We literally had to sell thousands of products because we were only making like $20, $50, $100 if we were lucky on those products. And now you get to make all of this. So it's 5 people joining your business, all getting started with a quad, and you're going to make $21,942. Let's have a look at this one. This is even better. 8 sales at 6A, $50,448. So that's 13 sales altogether, and you're at $72,390. It keeps going. 6 figures online. 8 sales at 6A, 12 times sales at 7A is going to pay you $159,942, and that's only 25 people joining your business with a quad. Like, it's not rocket science, guys. It's not. It's such a beautiful system. It's so rewarding. And if you do the work, then of course you're going to get the pay. And I've been able to do this. And I am living proof. Now, let me tell you, if you're sitting there going, oh yeah, but it's okay for her, she understood this. I didn't. I had 400 friends on Facebook. I didn't understand social media. I didn't get what, monetize your social media. I didn't understand any of that. So if I can make this work, so can you. The difference between maybe me and you is I had a goal and I was driven and I really wanted to do this. This can come. This is here for everybody. And as I say, like, congratulations, you've just hit 6A in the business, 6A. So a total of $159,000. So we'll say, pretty close to 160,000. And if you get to the 7A, this is where you start making like $7,500 per quad sale. It's so possible. And everybody wants these products in their lives. The EMFs that are around now, so many people want that product. It's unbelievable. The water's amazing. Yes, everyone should have these water machines, but definitely they need one of our EMF devices. They need the M-Guard in their life. Another thing that really excited me when I got started in this business was the legacy income. Now, let me explain what legacy is. Basically, the legacy income that I can make once I get to 6A2-3, I'm actually 2 positions away from that. I can then will this to my family. So when I'm no longer on this earth, and that's going to be for a long time yet. Like, I'm kicking, I'm on the products, I'm drinking the water, I'm going to make it into my hundreds to annoy my children, be around to annoy them. But basically, at this level, I can will this to my family. And if you don't have children, that's okay too. You can will it to anybody. You might have some nieces and nephews that you love. You might have a brother or a sister that you love. You might want to you could be a crazy cat lady and leave it to a cat sanctuary. Honestly, you can literally leave this money wherever you want to. So at the 6A, you get over here, we'll come over here quickly. 6A, that's 101 sales. Now, that isn't 101 people. That is 25 people, which will get you to the 6A level of 101 sales in total. The company will pay you a $4,000 bonus. That's pretty good, for doing your job, for, sharing these amazing products with everybody else. And 6A2, which is where I am, so I've actually got 3 positions at 6A. The company paid me an $8,000 bonus, but because I went 6A again, I got another $4,000 on top. So I got a $12,000 bonus that month. It was amazing. This year, this is my next goal, 6A2-3. That's where I'll be at. And then the $33,000 bonus, the company's going to pay you. Now, bottom line is $7,500 per month. That is bottom line. But I know people that are getting like $49,000, $50,000. It's incredible. So, it's a 1% of what the company do. We've actually got a beautiful man in our business. He's 70. He joined the business when he was 50, did it all offline. English is his second language. And he's from the Philippines, but he lives in America. And he's about to go 6A2-8. He's going to get a $1.2 million bonus and $120,000 a month, the bottom line. This is here for everyone. We have got lots of 6A2-3s in the business, -4s, -5s, -6s, and -7s. There are lots. So if you're thinking, is this achievable? Yes, there is. And they're in Australia. They're living here in Australia. So, and actually we've got some in New Zealand as well. So, if you're watching this from across the ditch, then yeah, absolutely. So legacy is so important. So how do we actually make these sales? So basically we create content on social media. Now, there's other ways that you can do it. You might want to run ads. We all run ads. You can actually build it organically as well, which is, sharing it with your friends, family, if that's the way you want to do it. You invite people to a free masterclass, which is exactly like what you're watching right now. You book on a one-on-one strategy call with one of our digital business specialists. That's another thing that really got me excited is I didn't have to wear all the hats because we have a sales team that takes care of all of your sales. You don't have to do your own sales. How cool is that? So you get to be living your best life and there's a sales team in the background taking care of everything for you. It's a no-brainer. Honestly, it's a no-brainer. You invest in your own products. So whether you get started with one product or whether you get started with 2, 3, 4, whatever that may be for you, but we can have a chat about that. You get invested. And what that does is it gives you your own personal ID number, which is basically a license to do business around the world. So we are a global company. You don't have to just build it here in Australia, or you can build it anywhere at all. I've got teams spread out all around the world. So that's what I love about having that personal ID number. And then we're going to teach you how to launch your business with high ticket sales. So when you get started with us, you get access to launch your business courses, access to the entire suite of foundational courses, 8 live weekly trainings per month, continued support. We've got chat groups. We've got support groups. We've got 2 different groups. One of them's got 1,300 in it. The other one's got 10,000 in it. So there's a couple of different groups. You've got lifetime mentorships, and mentorships are really important when you start a business, especially if you're a little bit confused and like I was and didn't know what you were doing. Mentorships are so important for your business. You've got quarterly masterminds, global community, you've got products, and we do trainings on all the different products that we have here. And basically the value of that is $64,000. So how do you get started with a zero down? So a lot of people are joining us. We have finance options, and you can literally get started with $0 So you can leverage other people's money. So you basically get approved for the loan, you get $0 down, it's cost you nothing to get the loan. We show you how you get started with a quad. We show you how to find 5 people who also purchase a quad. The money that you make, so when the money that you put aside will pay for like 3 months on your loan that the company paid you for purchasing your products. But then we show you how to find 5 people. They actually get started with a quad. You've got your investment back. You can pay that loan out really fast, and it hasn't cost you anything to get started in the business, and you got the products. Think about that. So many people are thinking, oh, I don't have the money to get started. That's okay. I didn't. I did this. I didn't have the money to get started. My husband actually got a loan for me. So I couldn't get the loan. He could. So we got started. Where would I be now if he hadn't have done that? You know, it actually scares me to think about where would I be without that. So don't feel that, you know, it's a debt or a liability. It's not. It's an investment. It's an investment into you. It's an investment into your life and what you're doing. Stop making other people rich and start making you rich because you're the number one person. Take a risk on you, you know? I did. Jody did. Michelle did. Lots of all the other ladies that are working with us did. We've got men joining our group now. That's so cool. I love having the men on board. So fast action. Money loves speed. So fast action. Bonuses. Like this is incredible. We've got 4 weeks online mentorship with all of us, like us ladies. We know how to build this business. We're all making some serious coin here. Like, you know, I can't stress this enough. So, you know, we're going to teach you how to set up your Instagram if you want to do it that way, if you want to do it through TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is, we're going to show you how to do that. Turn those leads into high profit sales and thousands of dollars. Lock in your first 18K with your 5 sales, your 5 people joining your business with the, you know, that strategy that I spoke about. And then also learning to lock in your legacy wealth, your legacy pathway, because we can show you that as well. And that's valued at, you know, nearly $2,000. So what is your next step? The next step is complete the application. Get your phones ready, guys, because I'm actually going to bring something up that you can scan and you can actually apply to come and do our mentorship. So complete the application form, book your discovery call, get started. You know, you'll book in a call with maybe me, maybe somebody else. Most of the time it's with me, but we're going to help you and show you how you can literally build your own business online and do what we do. Okay, so option 1, here's your options. Do absolutely nothing, and none of what, you know, tomorrow will always look the same. So if you do nothing today and you don't act on it, then tomorrow is going to look exactly the same as what today is. And then in 6 months, again, you know, same thing. I have people come back to me that have been looking at my business for 3 years and they're finally ready to get started, which is awesome. Or, you know, there's option 2, get started and create a new plan to get you on the right path to legacy for you and your family. What have you got to lose? Nothing. You've got nothing to lose. You know, so what I suggest you do is obviously, you know, come and join our team. This is us. Like there's, you know, we've actually got a bigger team now. It's amazing. So I love this, but this is just at one of the events that I held here in Bendigo. And then we've got a bigger community. Join our global community. All right. So this is where we've got, you know, the sport, the training, the education, the leadership. Like it just keeps going on. And honestly, you can't fail in this business unless you quit. And that is my bottom line. And I say that to everybody. So here it is. Please get your phones out now. Scan this QR code. It's actually going to take you to an application form where you can actually apply to come and work with us and get started with our mentorship, which is going to be amazing. And, you know, we're so excited to have this here. We're so excited to be working with you in September. You know, that's when the mentorship starts. But, you know, this is the application. So get your phones ready, take a photo of this and start doing that process right now. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to bring the ladies back out if they can unmute themselves. And so from me, I'd just like to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking a look at what we're doing. We are so excited. If you haven't figured this out yet, we are so excited for what's to come. And we know there's going to be so many people that are ready to take that next step. They're ready to come and join our mentorship. And we couldn't be more excited about that, could we, ladies?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. Just so excited for everyone who decides to make that decision to change their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. So absolutely is the word. We all said it.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yes, absolutely. All right. So what I'd like to say is thank you from me. Thank you all so much for being here. And we look forward to seeing you on the inside. Have a great day, everybody, and a beautiful weekend. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.